What an adventure it was! An adventure so exciting it seems as if only yesterday I was a little girl. Yes, of course I'll tell you my story, but you must promise me that you won't get lost. For you see, this is a story about getting lost, and a story about being found again. But perhaps I should start at the beginning. Listen, can you hear them? Seabirds. I can still hear those white birds circling above the ship on that spring day so many years ago. My voyage was ending. The sailors were shouting, "Ahoy! Ahoy! Venice, the queen of the sea!" And when I held the railing and looked out over the waves, I couldn't believe my eyes. There it was, Venice, a magic island coming closer and closer. The sunlight danced and flashed on golden towers and domes. The city was like a queen's crown, a queen rising from the blue waters of the sea. And the people of Venice, they had all gone mad. The whole city was having a gigantic party. They wanted to dance with me as I came down the gangplank to the dock.
Carnival! Long live Carnival!
Come buy my perfumed eggs.
Masks! Masks! No carnival without masks!
Sweets for sale!
Noble gentlemen, fair ladies! Gondolas for hire, the finest in Venice. Giovanni, the king of gondoliers, at your service, Signorina.
Katerina,
And where might you be going, Signorina Caterina?
what's happening here? Is everyone crazy? Look at those people. They're dancing on the roof.
Why, it's carnival time. People come from all over Europe to see our festival.
Look, acrobats. Oh, this is fun. Why is everyone wearing a mask?
Once a year, you can pretend to be anyone you want to be. Behind a mask, a rich man can be a beggar and a poor man a prince.
I wish I could be someone else.
Come on, no one has a face like that during carnival. It's against the law. Here's a mask.
Oh, a lion mask.
That's the Lion of Venice. You'll see his statue all over the city. Here's my gondola. You need a boat.
Why can't we walk?
Signorina Caterina, our streets are made of water. Horses and carriages are for the rest of the world. Give me my shiny black gondola on a sunlit canal any day. Now, where are you going? I'll take you there.
I'm going to the School of the Pietà.
Ah, the school for the orphans.
Yes, I was an orphan. And even in a mask, I couldn't hide it. Giovanni showed me all the sights of the city. The marble palaces, the graceful bridges, the golden barges of the nobility. Oh, but I felt so very, very alone. For as long as I could remember, I had lived with the nuns up in the hills of Cremona. They were kind to me. They raised me as best they could. And they taught me something really wonderful: how to play the violin. Sometimes when I felt lonely, I would walk up into the olive orchards and just play my music. I felt like a bird who could soar above the trees, happy and free. But the nun school was small, and when I was 12, they told me that I was being sent to a famous school in Venice, a school where I could play my music. I was sad to leave the sisters. They had been my only family. And now, floating on the canals of Venice, I didn't know what was going to happen to me. We seemed to be turning down dark canals, away from the sunshine, away from the laughter of carnival. A window shutter moved. Was someone watching us? Masked figures drifted like ghosts over the bridges. Finally, we arrived at a great stone building. It looked more like a prison than a school. Giovanni helped me out of the gondola, and I made my feet walk up the slippery steps to the door. I took the lion's head knocker in both hands. My life was about to change.
What do you want?
My name is Katerina. I'm a new student here.
Come in.
The halls were dark and cold. The other girl looked at me but said nothing. All I could hear was the sound of our footsteps on the marble floor. The eyes of the portraits on the walls seemed to follow me. I was scared, and then I heard it, faintly at first. It seemed to be coming from the end of the hall. I took a breath and looked at the other girl. Suddenly she smiled and opened the doors wide. Music! I had never heard such wonderful music. But there was an even greater surprise. All the musicians were girls. At the front was a rather strange gentleman. Then he raised his violin and began to play. The violin seemed to sing in his hands. The music was everywhere, in my ears, in my head, in my heart.
Who's that man in the front?
That's Antonio Vivaldi, the greatest composer in the world. And he's our teacher.
Look at his red hair.
There's fire in his music, too.
Oh, I hope he'll let me play.
Well, you'll find out now. They've seen you. The new girl. Who are you? Where did you come from?
Girls, give her a chance to catch her breath. Come over here, my dear. Welcome to the School of the Pieta. My name is Antonio Vivaldi. I'm afraid you've caught us right in the middle of rehearsal. And some of us, are you listening, violas? Haven't been practicing.
I lost my music.
I saw it floating in the canal.
What a bunch of spaghetti heads. But we're being discourteous. What is your name, my dear?
My name is Katerina. I don't have any other name.
An orphan.
Don't you know what happened to your mother and father?
No, they died when I was a baby. All I have is this ring. The nuns found it in the basket with me outside the convent.
Let's see.
Look at that. It has a picture of a bird. A nightingale.
Well, now, my little nightingale, we must find you a new last name.
A new name?
Here at the school, all of the girls are orphans, so we call them by the names of their instruments. That's Julieta the guitar, practicing over there.
Hello.
And here is Susanna